now before we go live. How about we go live? Is not the same thing as we're live. What did Calvino leave me a note for? Oh, what? Really, Calvino? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Waking Up. Huh, huh, I haven't had enough coffee. Leave me alone. Words are hard. Yeah, but I have ADD, and you know how the whole middle of the day thing works. Anyway, welcome to Waking Up. I am one of your co-hosts. I am Pep, aka Sean, and with me is my favorite co-host, Anna, who has lights, pretty lights. Look at that, all lit up. So, this is how we're starting. There you go. This is how we're starting. This is still morning for me, pretty much. So, I think we first need to do our disclaimer. I'm terrible. Oh, you're muted. Okay, so welcome. Oh, am I muted? Okay, bad lip reading disclaimer. There you go. Dub it as you will, Jay.
No, okay, disclaimer. We're not healthcare professionals. We think that religion is fine. It's just not for us. We grew up traumatized in the South and, Billy Graham territory. And yeah, that's about it. There's the disclaimer
If you're
that
gonna
you
do
didn't miss.
religion, do religion in a mentally healthy way. Yay! Now they can hear you. Thanks, Nerdy.
That's our disclaimer,
Asta.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Good morning, Asta.
This is what we do. This is how it goes.
We're not health. The biggest one is don't sue us because we're not healthcare professionals. We are just talking about our shit on the internet. We make fun of ourselves. We use dark humor, and try to just explain how we are using our resources, how our therapy is going, how our life's going, and how we use our mental health toolkit. Other than that, don't sue us because we don't know what the fuck we're doing either. So that is pretty much the disclaimer and the whole reason we say it. We're traumatized as shit by the church, and so many people are like, faith is great. Faith is great when you do it in the right way, but we did not get that side of the story.
No. People aren't getting that right side of the story now either.
No.
We thought this would get better. It has gotten worse.
It has gotten worse. And you know what? I am not mocking. Like I believe in a higher power. I believe in things beyond what we are understanding. And I believe that. But this whole Christian bullshit of like Jesus and his only begotten son and bullshit, and then people doing bad shit because they're Christian and being bad people in the name of Christianity, that's where I find bullshit. And that's where I have issues. And when people want to come at me about they're honestly being judgmental assholes and you think it's an excuse because I'm a Christian and I'm going to heaven, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because here is the thing that I never could understand. Jesus's disciples and the people he surrounded himself with, what were they? Tax collectors, prostitutes, and the dregs of society. Because he knew that good people still believed. Just because it didn't matter what you did for a living.
Yeah.
As long as you are a good person. And that's what I took away from the Christian faith. Everything else can go fuck itself.
Yep. Racism in the name of Christianity.
Jesus hung with the homies and the hoes. Thank you, Calvino. Yes. And you know what? I feel like that needs to be a shirt. Jesus loves you. But remember, Jesus hung with the homies and the hoes.
That's see, the he gets us those ads, those millions of dollars they spent on the he gets us ads. That's one aspect that they did not include in that. I the hanging with the homies and the hoes. I want that he gets us commercial. Also, the fact that he hung with the homies and hoes is a little that's a little dark.
Paragon should the claim also don't sue us because we don't have money for that shit.
That is
That
fair. That's you can sue us. You ain't getting anything.
if any of y'all are watching my life update, y'all know. Don't sue me because you ain't getting shit.
You can have all the bills. You can have all the
Yeah. You want my bills and my debt? Like that's fine.
Yeah. He also hung with an audience for his feral tour. Okay, yeah, there you go. Jay got it. I mean,
okay. All right. All right. Y'all funny haha. Funny haha. Okay, so here.
I mean, nailed it. All right, go ahead.
The phrase. Baby. The phrase gaslight gatekeep girl boss was supposed to be an iconic internet snark, but your inner critic has taken it as a career path. It gaslights you daily, gates keeps you from peace, and girl bosses you straight into burnout. Congrats, you're being managed by a toxic CEO who lives rent-free in your skull.
Can we fire the toxic CEO?
No. If I can't listen, if I've got to go through no. I am finding it is very hard to fire the owner of a company or even hold them accountable.
I mean, that's what our mental health is right there. That is the problem. Oh my god, the gaslighting is strong. Gaslighting, gatekeeping, and even of course I heard something about girl bossing that was meant to be a positive thing, but it's taken a very negative thing. It's being co-opted as a.
But see, here's the thing: the girl bossing thing was never. I honestly, for me, I think my point of view, again, my personal opinion, but it's never been positive. It's like, ooh, girl boss, like it's that fake plastic positivity, and you know how I feel about that. It's like, ooh, girl boss, hustle culture, like we got to work hard to get what we want. Yeah, but like I don't need like girl, if I'm not girl bossing, if you're not hustling, if you're not working hard enough, then you're failing. Then you're just, and it's that girl boss came from the MLM stuff. So it's that whole, if you're not making money, it's your fault.
Your side hustle doesn't have a side hustle.
Right. If you're not making, so it's like that.
Ooh, yeah, I get that. That's that heavy high capitalism.
But so today we're breaking it down. What does all this mean? So we're breaking down the 3 jobs of your inner critic, and we all have them because we all have trauma, which is like how your inner critic gaslights you into doubting reality, just doubting yourself and just doubting life in general. So that's like, there's that. It gaslights you. It's like you question everything.
Yeah.
Gatekeeps you from just living a good life. How your inner critic, like we all done it. I don't deserve, like I'm not going to ask the girl who is clearly flirting with me out.
Yeah,
because I'm not good enough. Yeah, why would she be into me? I'm not hot. I don't make enough money. I don't do any of these things. I'm not funny.
She deserves someone better.
That. And then how your inner critic girl bosses you into being productive, to doing more and making your self-worth about what you do and not who you are.
I don't know what that's like. Oh my god. That's no, I have no clue.
Your inner critic hasn't girl, but you know what? Your inner critic's a femdom. You know it is. She's all up in leather with a whip.
I mean, I'm not denying that. That is yes. That is so very true. That's one of the biggest things. I deal with all of them, but that one's a big the whole productivity, that super productivity, hyper productivity, where you have to get things done. Oh my god, I deal with all these. The you're not good enough. The you got to get it done. It's not that bad. You deserve it. In some case, you deserve it, or you don't deserve it.
Sean was like,
Oh,
"Why do you got to come at me like that?"
I know. I'm looking at this, going, oh my god. All right, we can talk about it. Yeah, sure. Uh, who hired this guy? Who hired this inner critic?
No
This
one.
is like
No one hired it.
they just showed up. They just showed up in a suit and were like, "I'm here now. I work here now.
I am the captain now.
I'm the captain now." Yeah,
I am the captain. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now. You're like, okay. I mean, sure. Because the inner critic, though, the inner critic showed up when we were a kid. Like showed
That's
up as like the
true.
bully on the playground. It's that
Yes.
mean girl, like bully, like for you, like well, you can have mean girls as males too, but like that mean girl energy of they showed up when you were a kid, and you just sort of that it's that person that you like. Why are you still friends with them?
Right? Yes.
I
Why?
don't
Why do
know.
you? They just showed up and then they made me feel a certain way, and I just kept going.
Okay, hey Sean, you want to read us the
No.
definition? Yes, yes, of gaslighting. What gaslighting? What we're talking about?
Mhm. Okay, here we go.
And I'm
Do you know
gonna
the
take her stapler.
yes. you
I do
did
have the. I do
you
have
stole
the.
that?
I have the Office Space stapler. I
You
do.
that is fantastic. The red stapler.
I
Thank
do
you.
have the red stapler.
I love it. All right, the definition gaslighting. Gaslighting yourself is when you experience real pain and your brain goes, "Wow, dramatic much?"
Shut up, bitch. No, listen,
Right. Mhm.
listen.
It convinces you the trauma wasn't that bad or that you made it up entirely because your brain does PR for your abusers.
Bitch, I
Eh,
don't need like why
I,
see why is this why are you coming at me like this? Why are you coming at me like 'cause that's about half of my therapy is me
mhm.
realizing how much I have self gaslit myself.
If my therapist had $1 for every time he had to say, "Let's reframe that. Let's
Did
adjust that a little bit."
did you really? That's the
Did
one that
yeah.
did you really? Are you really? That's like the
Mm,
question that always gets like is that really like and it is one of those though
uh-oh.
with a resting bitch face and you can get anywhere like I mean yes. Yes.
You can.
But it's like that whole oh Sean, you've
Yeah.
heard this so often just in the past like month from me. I'm just being dramatic. It's not
Mm,
that bad. I'm just being dramatic. It's fine. I don't want to be a burden. Like or like especially when somebody's abusing you, they're just going through some things. It's their it's and here's the thing, you use their trauma. It's their trauma. They don't
you
mean it.
you gaslight yourself with their trauma.
Yes.
That's how messed up it is. That's how bad this gaslighting boss in our head has become. This inner critic. Why are you calling me out? I feel like I feel like a lot of people are feeling this one. Uh,
Coffee has water, Bear.
yeah, it does contain. Yeah, you're right. Hmm.
Um, actually, I think my water is in like the other room.
But yeah, yeah, gaslighting someone else's
Oh yeah,
trauma.
we're taking like a baseball bat and just going. Everybody stand in a
Oh yeah,
line.
yeah, whack.
You're welcome.
Oh, this happened a lot with my ex was feeling bad um feeling bad for the other person because of their trauma, letting them get away with stuff, letting them treat me a certain way because I felt bad for something that they're going through or have gone through or their trauma or whatever. I'm like, that's before I realized that two things can exist. I can empathize with what you're going through, but I can also not accept that in my life. But that is a new thing. That's something that for the longest time, and I still struggle with it. But for the longest time, that's not a concept. The idea that I can do those two things, hold on. That's probably one of the most important therapy things that I've learned is two things can be true at the same time.
That
That is
that
that was the glass shattering moment for
that
me in therapy.
and it's
Because up
always that. It's like
Mhm.
because your brain wants to go black and white because your like
My
your
life has
inner
been black and
thoughts.
white.
Yeah. Your inner thoughts are very much everything is right or wrong. And it was
Mhm.
always for me, the black sheep, I was always wrong and they were always right. So it's one of those for me, because I was the black sheep, that's how I gaslit myself.
Mhm.
It was always my fault. So I don't know, like, and if I felt bad about something, and here's the thing, church didn't help that.
Oh no, not
Church
at
did
all.
not help that. Christianity did not help that, because if things weren't going good in my life, I wasn't praying hard enough.
Yep.
I wasn't
Read your Bible,
faithful
devotional.
enough.
Yeah,
I
mhm.
wasn't pure enough. Whatever. I wasn't enough.
No, yep, absolutely. That is a
So
core.
it's always been that way. It was like I could never believe anything going on in my head. And here's the shitty part of this inner
Mhm.
critic. This bitchy toxic, now imagine this bitchy toxic PR person. You've all seen him in the movies or TV shows. It's
Mhm.
that PR person that's like just slimy and snaky, and they're in that suit, and it could be male or female. You imagine however you want, but they're just like, I can take this really really terrible situation, or I can like, here, you know what, I know that this person is a good person, but we're going to do a smear campaign. And that's what our inner critic is doing, is this PR smear campaign, except
It
it's against
is.
ourselves.
Yes. It is twisting the reality of what really happened and making us think that what actually happened, or make us think that our reality is completely different. We're at fault. It's our fault. We should have been more
Oh, Q.
empathetic. We should have been. Yeah.
I didn't recognize Q as a great person or like a really great character until, but we'll go into that later.
Yeah.
That's a different story. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I just lost my train of thought.
Sorry, I know ADD.
No,
I'm
it's fine.
sorry.
No, it's fine.
But it
Uh,
also stops us. It gaslights us. The PR, we do our own PR smear campaign against ourselves. So when good things happen to us, or like a good person, or we do something well, or we start feeling good about ourselves when we're
oh
healing,
no, heaven, oh god,
bitch, time to pull out the
smear
secret, the
campaign.
smear campaign. And it's always folders, like, you know how they always have secret file folders like stuck away, and it's always
Yes.
shit.
There's pulls out the file cabinet, pulls the folder out of the file cabinet, flips it open.
And you're like, this is a shit that I haven't felt ashamed about, or like for
Right.
ever. I haven't even thought about it forever, but all of a sudden that memory pops up and you're like,
Uh, right? Oh my god, that happens to me. Like that. I didn't remember that that was a thing. And now I'm not only thinking about it. It's in my head. Now I'm ruminating about it. Now I'm having emotions about it, and it's
mhm,
affecting everything. I learned the whole good enough thing at an early age, because with the religious upbringing, for two things. If something bad was going on, if something bad happened, it was all my fault. Like you said, I didn't pray hard enough, I didn't believe hard enough, I wasn't faithful enough. I had sin in my life. If something bad happened, the blame was all right here. On the flip side, if something good happened, it wasn't because I did something good, it was because God gave it to me.
mhm.
It wasn't mine, it was God's, and He allowed that to happen to me. So I couldn't even take credit or be happy or feel good about myself that I did something well, that I accomplished something, because it wasn't my accomplishment.
Yeah,
That's some serious gaslighting.
yeah.
Mm. And I still deal with that. I absolutely, not the whole like it's God, but like the idea of that I deserve the good things and I can do good things. That thought is immediately followed by my inner critic going, "But do you really?" Or, you should really not. You should be careful about that pride.
Or here's the thing. Especially your inner critic with your golden child thing. But for me, it's also
Mhm,
it's a very similar voice. Even the black sheep, it's very
mhm,
same tactic. Our inner critic, something good happens to us, or we do something good, or we are good, and
mhm.
it starts to nitpick all of the
Oh,
things that we could have done better, that should have
yes.
been better, that other
Yes.
people have done better.
Yes. Oh my god. It's not it's good. It's great, but it's not quite good enough. It could be better. You could have done better.
Okay.
Is that really the best you could do?
Oh, that.
Mm. Mm.
Okay. Did you ever catch yourself defending someone who hurt you to yourself?
Oh, yeah. Relationships especially. Thinking about my past relationships and going, well, it's if I hadn't done this, if I hadn't if this wasn't if I hadn't I allowed myself to be treated really poorly. And in, and and my thought was, well, this happened a lot with my ex. She wouldn't help with this. She would throw these things out there, um, where I would feel, oh, that's it's really bad that that this person is going through this, or that she's going through this, or that, oh, I'm just I'm not good enough. Just let me, just let me sit here. Just
Ah,
kick me out when
sorry.
you're done.
Hold on. Sorry. I
Oh
I clicked a button. Sorry.
no! Oh god, what's
I
happening?
know. I know.
There we go. We're back.
I clicked. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was a lot in my relationships. Is that I should accept I should accept what I've been given,
That.
because I don't deserve anything better. I'm not gonna find anything better. This is the best I can get, or that this is normal.
Hmm.
This is just how things are, and so I should just accept whatever is given to me.
I was that way with my mom.
Yeah.
As a kid, I mean, this is where like I learned it a lot, like with as my mom and younger, like yeah, it's like she's only does these things because she loves me. She just wants the best for me.
Hmm.
She's after me. She says these things because she just wants me to be the best that I can be.
Hmm.
And I was realizing
No.
the things that she was saying to me are
Hmm.
not things that you should ever say to your kids, regardless of whether it's coming out of a traumatized place or a mental health place or whatever. Like, you shouldn't say those things. And it's like, but see, the thing is because that I normalized gaslighting myself like that. Anytime I was mentally or emotionally abused, or even later on in life when I was in relationships and physically abused and assaulted, I found ways. One of my assaults, I literally victim shamed myself. Yeah.
Wow.
They wouldn't have done it if I hadn't done XYZ.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah.
Even though I knew at the time, like now that I'm looking back on it, like that is like, no, they should have not done it. There was nothing about consent, and regardless of anything, I didn't present even in the time as that was where it was going, but it ended up happening. But I convinced myself I gave the wrong signals. I was the one, and had I been more standoffish and I had been more this and I had been more that it wouldn't have happened to me. And it was my fault.
People, the churches that I grew up in were very that was very prevalent. That idea of, if you had just done this, you should have done it different.
Oh,
The
yeah.
victim shaming and the hiding and the cover ups and all that. Yeah, it was. You can't, because you can't rock the boat. You can't expose the hierarchy. You can't make this. Heaven forbid you bring something that makes the leadership look bad. Think about what this would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this behavior is learned early on, but especially when you grow up in the church.
Right. And I always believed I was the villain and the bad
Mhm.
person and the bad guy. And that was my PR team. That was my PR, my inner critic. That was my PR team. Like, you know how, like, especially when the boy bands were big, everybody had persona.
Mm-hmm.
That was my persona, and my inner critic was going to make sure that I maintained that persona no matter how good or bad I was doing.
Maintaining that persona, maintaining that idea, that perspective
Yeah.
of what people think. That was that that hit hard. That was a good bit of my life was taking those things on as who I am. The way people saw me, the way people thought of me. Um, and just go, oh yeah, that must be. And well, if they see this, if they see this in me, that must be how I am, because I don't have a good. I'm not very self aware. That's one
Mhm.
thing that I'm not self aware. So if people believe this about me, that must be how I am. You're blinking really really fast there.
I'm just listening.
Yeah, yeah. Just listening.
All
Gotcha.
right, Asta says, till 10 years ago, I always blamed myself for what happened to me, and therapy has helped me see it's my fault. It's not my fault, but it's something I really struggle with. I know it's also affecting my bipolar. And Nerdy Will says, it's your fault. I'm hurt. I hurt you. Your fault. You made me mad. Abusive mental techniques from abusers in one's mind can convince itself is true. And it is. And it does. And Asta, I absolutely, and it's hard. It's very hard to break as somebody who is like has struggled with that. Breaking out of the knowing it's not your fault,
Mm-hmm.
knowing it's not your fault, and the abuse that happened to you and the trauma that you did. But because you spent so long that your nervous system and everything else doesn't feel like that, it doesn't sit right. It's like when you've been wearing really baggy clothes all your life, really baggy, whatever, and your clothes don't fit right. But you're wearing it and you think that that's just how everything fits. And then all of a sudden you get something that's tailored and it fits.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden it you know it's right. You know it looks good. You know it's good, but it doesn't feel right. Mm-hmm. Even though everybody's telling you it looks good, everybody's telling you look great, you don't feel comfortable. And that's what that is. It's that cognitive dissonance of having to, your body just doesn't feel right because that's not right. I hate that feeling.
That's a very good analogy.
I hate that feeling because you know it's right. It fits. It's perfect. It's tailored exactly to me. It is perfect, but it doesn't feel right. And you're like, and the urge is to never wear it again. The urge is to just go take it off and go, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Setting boundaries. That's what it feels like for setting boundaries, because it doesn't feel right. It feels so wrong. It feels like, no, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this because I'm just doing this. I'm being selfish. I'm being whatever. It feels off. And so that's what makes it so difficult to maintain it, is bridging that gap between what you know and how it feels at that moment. Because just like with the baggy, you wore baggy for so long, you became used to it because you did it for so long. Changing what you're wearing, what you're feeling, how you respond to that will change over time if you continue to wear it. So
yeah.
Okay, it's just hard. It's so freaking hard.
It is hard. It is hard, and it's a choice, and it's a choice every day. And sometimes, and don't. I think for me, I have to be very careful about not judging myself for going back and wearing the baggy clothes for a little bit. Sometimes that's growth. Sometimes you don't have to wear the fitted suit every day. Mm-hmm. But you'll eventually get comfortable with that, where the baggy clothes, and you look back and you go, I don't know how I wore that. Like, you look back, but it takes time, and it takes consistency. And sometimes it's just, you want to and sometimes it's like, I don't want to feel uncomfortable today, and that's okay. You have to be kind with ourselves on those days. But okay, here's a couple questions I thought was really, really funny. Okay. If you had to give your self-gaslighting, your PR person, a celebrity voice narrator, like a voice for a celebrity, who would it be?
Morgan Freeman. It's always Morgan Freeman. No, Morgan Freeman does everything. God, who's my inner critic voice? The celebrity? Like I'm trying to think of a celebrity I don't like because that would be the voice it would be.
No, my
Um,
it would have to be slick and smooth, and
oh,
somebody that would be like smooth talking because it's convincing you. Like it's your PR
okay.
person.
In that case, I hate to say it, but I think it would be Ryan Reynolds because
Oh,
right the way he talks, the way it comes off very slick, even though it's like, wait, hold on, what did he say? Is that whole? That's to me that would be Ryan Reynolds.
you'd be like, I mean, he sound. I mean,
It sounds that sounds right.
yeah, but he's
Is
married to Blake Lively, so of course he's used to slimy bullshitting.
but yeah. So what would be yours? Be mine would be Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
um, I'm trying to think. Who
Let's
would
have some
it
fun.
be?
Yeah. Cavino's the Samuel L. Jackson as Shaft.
As
That
Shaft.
would be. Mhm.
Honestly, I feel like my inner critic would be male for sure, but
Okay.
like one of the it would have to be Kevin Spacey.
Ooh.
And Kevin Spacey's done some shit. Like
Yes.
if you know the history
Yeah.
of like Kevin Spacey's done some shit. But he is that like you hate him, like you hate what he's done, and you hate like you and especially if you've watched some like
Mhm.
documentaries about all the shit that he's done, but he's really good at it acting, and he's an amazing actor, but
He
he's a
is.
shitty person.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be Kevin Spacey because he
Mhm.
again really great actor, shitty person, and that would be my inner critic.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yep, that makes
that would
sense.
be my yeah. And you don't want to believe him because he gives you that like off-putting feeling.
But it sounds right. Like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, that could be that. Yeah, I get that. That could be it. But it feels it. You're like you got that creepy feeling, like it shouldn't be, but it sounds like it is. Yeah. Oh,
That.
that
So
I
Kevin
hear you.
Spacey. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, and which one of us is more dramatic when we realize we've been gaslighting ourselves all week?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a it's kind of a no brainer for me. It's like, oh, dude, that sucks. Like when you call me out, you're like you're doing it again. What? You're gaslighting yourself? Oh, dang it. That's pretty much my
Yeah, you
reaction.
get this face and you're just like, because you don't want me to be right. It's
Yes,
always
pretty much.
you
That's
don't
what
want me to be right.
that's what it is. It's a mix of oh my god, I just realized you're right, and oh god, you're right again.
Right. But then here I am. Yeah, I would have to say I'm most dramatic.
Mhm.
All right. I'll read gatekeeping. That's fun
Okay.
because you are such a gatekeeper to yourself.
What? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Gatekeeping is when your brain acts like a toxic doorman of your own opportunities. It decides you're not allowed in no matter how qualified you are. You could have the ticket in your hand and it still say, "Sorry dude, dress code."
Mhm.
Some examples: don't apply for that job, you'll just embarrass yourself. Don't try therapy, you're too broken to fix. Don't date, you'll just ruin it. Your brain acts like it's protecting you, but really it's just keeping you stuck in a waiting line.
Oh
It keeps you stuck on
man.
hold.
It does. It's at 5 more minutes. Please, we'll be with you in just a couple minutes.
Your call is important to us. If
No,
you
it's
please
not.
stay on the line, if you please stay on the line, one of our representatives will be with you
We will
here
be
shortly.
yeah, shortly like 2 hours later. Absolutely. Yeah, that's messed up. That is so true. The you're not like applying for another job. I fought that for so long. I'm like, no, I'm not good enough. No, it's not
I
right. I'm
hate
not
my
good
like
enough.
oh my god, for 3 years. 3 years they did a company, like some company bought out his old company, and so they had a change, corporate changeover. Normal
Uh-huh.
corporate shit. But
Yeah.
Sean for 3 years was like, I fucking hate my job. I fucking hate my job. And I'm like, so apply for a new job. You're like, you've been in that job 10 years.
It's not that
Like, it's
bad.
fine. And then he'd be
It's
like, I don't have the skills. And like he would go looking for jobs that he'd want. And then he'd be like, well, I
yeah, I
don't
don't
have this,
really.
this, this, this. I'm just not
Yes.
good enough. I'm not qualified enough.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
not.
this.
I'm not. I'm not good enough. I'm not. They're like they're never gonna. They won't accept me. They'll just throw my resume in the trash. It's it's not worth it. My inner critic and my bouncer hang out way too much.
Oh, all three of them do. They're
Yeah,
drinking buddies. Like they no.
yeah. That
Yes.
I do that one. That one. Because I'm the golden child. For me, if it's worth doing,
Is
it's
Pet
worth.
Pet my brother? Maybe.
That's
Maybe.
maybe. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing perfectly. That's that's my inner monologue right there. So like I'm not going to apply for a job unless I check every box. And even then I'm still like, but am I really good
Yeah.
enough?
See, that's the thing though, is every
It's
time, even if you check every box,
I'm
you
still
still
not.
fucking talking yourself out of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Do
true.
you know how long it took us to talk Sean into doing his Lego stream?
A while. It took some time. And even but he, and see even now that gatekeeper still pops up and goes, yeah, you're not really that good. You're not really. Nobody likes watching you. It's fine. Nobody. It's yeah.
Just
I
prop your
still have
feet
that.
up. Have a feet cam. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that'll work for me.
How do you know? You don't know. You have nice man feet.
Do I? I mean, that is the thing. That it's not impossible.
My biggest, I don't even know. Like my gatekeeper, I don't know if it keeps me from doing anything. Do you think it keeps me from doing anything?
Um, I think it attempts to. I think.
I
Um,
just want to have some coffee one. I just want to talk
I
to them.
just
I
want to have a conversation.
just want to talk to
We're
them.
just
What's
gonna
their name?
talk.
We're just gonna
Yeah,
talk. We're just gonna talk.
we're
No,
just have a nice
we're
conversation.
just yeah. We're just gonna. It'll be fine. No,
Yeah,
ignore the bat. It's no. I'm just gonna. I just want to talk to him.
absolutely. Slamming Arnold, planning my next anxiety. Oh, that's yeah, yeah. That's yeah. My gatekeeper likes to call anxiety whenever we're going at it. Like, oh, you need some convincing. Here's some anxiety for you.
I think
Let me get anxiety on the phone.
I think my gatekeeper is more not necessarily jobs or anything like that. Like what mine is it gate keeps me from connecting with people. I think that's where my gatekeeper is like that, because I will apply for jobs. I'm be like, I'm the fuck it, let's see what happens type of person. I'll get in the car and just go places, or like I'll find something like, oh, that's a store, somewhere near where I'm at that I've never tried. Let's just fucking go there. I'll go on adventures all the time. Like I'm that person. But where I think is that, especially when I'm in a bad mental health place, or I'm even in a bad place in my life, like I'm struggling, or whether like especially when I need help,
Hmm.
when I need help or I need support, or I just need somebody, somebody, and I need a connection, or I want a connection, not just need, just want to connect with somebody. It will keep me from, it's like, you're a burden. You don't want to be a burden. Don't be a burden. Don't text them.
Yep.
You call, or even when
The
I do text them.
interpersonal.
Right.
Yeah.
Even when I do
Hmm.
text them. Like Sean. I literally apologized to him yesterday. Like, he is
Mm-hmm.
part of my support system.
Mm-hmm.
He is literally in my list of people I call for support. And I yesterday was just unloading on him, and then I like instantly went, "I'm sorry, I'm trauma dumping on you." And I know this sounds petty, and I know this sounds selfish, and I'm sorry.
I will give you full permission to say what needs to be said to, and you will still apologize for it.
I know.
Yeah,
That is my
that was
gatekeeping. That is where it'll gatekeep me from connecting with people and reaching out to people. So that's why when I get depressed, I will completely shut down and shut off from
yeah.
everyone. Because you don't want to be the sad sack in your friend group. You don't want to be the burden. You don't want to be the weight around their neck. You don't want to be that person. That's the big one. That is the line of any gatekeeping, fucking toxic brain bouncer is, don't be that
That
person.
yes, absolutely. And you're always and it always feels like I'm one comment away from being that person. I'm one text message away. Like that next, if I say this and this is what they're going to be. It's that always that next one. And yeah, feel asked to feel that. Yeah, that's a that's a big deal thing for a lot of us. Is that feeling? I deal with. I struggle with it, and I struggle with it. Like you struggle, but you've also pushed through. I think that's part of your healing. Your part of your healing is reaching out. I still don't do that well. I'm still struggling very much with it, with and not saying anything. And so that is a big gatekeeper for me. Is that, and I will look at it and I will text. I've written the text out and then I delete it because I don't want to. For me, it's and for me, it's the perfection. It's I can't show you any problems. I can't show you any. I've got to be perfect because if I'm not perfect, if I have any problems, if I'm vulnerable and I'm not perfect, you're not gonna love me. No, someone's not gonna love me. Someone's gonna walk away. It's always in my head. I'm too much.
And then you're not enough.
Yes, it's a crazy paradox. I'm too
I
much, but I'm not enough at the same
I
time.
remember that was a huge thing when I first started streaming, especially when I first started streaming about my mental health like 3 years ago. It was like, I was like, I'm too much of this and I'm too much of this and I'm too much of this. But I'm also not enough of this and not enough of that and not enough. I was like, how is it that I'm too much and not enough all at the same time? And it's one of those, well, two things can exist in the same space.
That,
That's
but
not what
that's
that
not how it's
means.
supposed to
That's
be.
not what it
That's the
means.
dark side. That's the upside down of the two things situation. Yeah, I go ahead.
Oh no, I was reading Astas. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Asa, what was it? Yeah. Even if they say not a burden, absolutely, I still feel it. And every single time, doesn't matter how many times I'm told it's okay. You can say it. You can. You're not a burden. No, I feel like every message feels like this is going to be that message.
You coming at me like that? Don't come at me like
I'm
that.
coming at myself.
Uh,
it's
but
it's a
Asta,
struggle.
that is something. Yeah, that is something I absolutely still struggle with. I struggle with asking for help. I struggle with like actually coming out and saying I'm in a bad place. I struggle, and so
Mhm.
I try very hard to. I think that is something with my DBT. It's very much in the opposite action category of I don't want to tell someone, so I will have to tell someone. And for me, I have to like. It's not even that I can put everything that I'm feeling into words. I know, like sometimes with Sean, I'll just text, "I'm not okay. I'm not okay," and that's just me, just going, "Okay, I'm reaching out, but I don't have any words for it."
Mhm.
And he's finally learned how to respond, and, and not try to fix it, not try to figure out what it is, and try to like he's like, and that's okay. And like he's finally learned how to
It's taken
respond
some
and to help.
time.
It's taken several years, but he's finally reserved. Like when I reach out and say I'm not okay, and he's like, "That's okay, I'm here."
Yep, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right here with you.
But he used to try to fix it. He used to like literally shotgun me questions. I'm like,
Oh my
eh.
god. Yes. Yeah, it was bad. So I've learned that I don't have to. I'm not. It's not my job. I I'm not here to fix.
Yeah.
You don't need to fix, and I don't need to be the fixer. So
Okay. Okay. What? Okay. Do you think gatekeeping ever actually protects us, or is it just cowardice in a sparkly outfit?
ooh. I think it did at one point. I think all of these mechanisms helped us at
Okay.
one
Keep
point.
talking. I got
That the coping mechanisms that we've developed, we usually developed when we were young, and we developed them because we had to make it through something, to make it through, or to deal with our feelings. I know, I grew up. Anyone that's probably my age probably grew up this very similar to this. I grew up in a, if I did something bad, I was told to go to my room to think about what I did. There was no, if I had big emotions, if I was really angry about something, if I was whatever emotion it was, I had to go to my room and think about it, because and that was it. That was it. There was no, there was, my parents did not help walk me through it. My parents didn't go, okay, let's talk about what happened. Let me help me understand. There was no working through it. It was go to your room until you've dealt with it, and then when you've dealt with it, when you figured it out, then you can come out. I was left on my own, and so the coping mechanisms, the squashing emotion, what I learned was that emotions are bad. Oh, I wonder how I wonder how that affected me later in life. um
Sorry.
I wonder how I developed intellectualization. What I learned is that having emotions, expressing emotions, was bad. And to deal with them, I needed to squash them down and not experience them or not express them. And once I figured out how to squash that down, then it was okay for me to come back into normal society. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that worked. How'd that work out for me?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Piss poor.
my parents were like, go to figure it out. That was the thing. Figure it out. And yeah, I see you're not a spitter. I am not. Actually, I have to control that because so many times at work, we're so snarky in our department that I will be drinking coffee in the morning at work, and they'll say something, and I'll be like, "Why?" Because it's always when I'm drinking something. So it's
Is it possible they wait until you're drinking? Is it possible?
no, because we can't. We have like 3 screens as designers. We
Okay.
all have 3 screens, so
Yeah.
like we can see each other, but we have to like sort of do this.
Okay.
But like we'll like be talking to each other because because it's an open concept, so we're all right there,
Yeah.
and so we'll be talking, and then one of us will say something super snarky, super dry, and I'll just be up. Why? Why?
Wipe the screen off.
Yeah. So I don't know how many times it's almost come out my nose because I've tried to not like spit it out.
You don't do spit takes. It just kind of goes up.
Yeah. I had a friend that would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they never, it's not ever just what I wait. It just happens to be when I'm taking a drink. So, but it's the figure it out. And you never learned. And I think because all of these go together, I think because you were so gaslit, it provides, it's a trickle down effect. It applies employment for the gatekeeper.
Yes.
I'm not right now, baby. I appreciate it though. I'll have it afterwards. Okay, thank you.
We promote that gatekeeper.
Yeah, no, well, it's not even just promoting. It's just one of those, they're employed because the other one's employed.
Oh yeah. They came in together.
Right. You're going to hire my people.
Yeah, I brought some people with you. Yeah, they're good people. Sure.
It is the toxic middle manager that comes in and goes, okay, I'm going to restructure and we need this person in here.
I brought in the consultant.
Yes, that.
They're the consultants. Oh my god. So tell me what it is you do exactly.
Oh, actually, Asta, that's interesting you say that because I was watching 90s. You go on YouTube, there's a whole thing, 90s commercials and like different commercials, different for like commercials for toys, 90s commercials for fast food restaurant. And like I was just going through going, oh my God, I forgot about this and all this stuff. And last night, and our kids were like, you could get hurt. And I looked at them. I was with my friend Andrew, and we looked at them and went, yeah, that's the point. Like, our parents didn't give a shit. These are the toys that you play with when your parents don't give a shit about you. And they just like, as long as you're entertained, it's fine. And we discovered something last night. If you go back and look at all the 90s commercials, we had things like Floam and Gak and all of these like tactile things. I was like, tell me a generation had ADD and autism that was not undiagnosed without telling me. Those were the popular toys.
They make your bones ache. Yeah. 90s commercials were something else. If anyone that hasn't seen them, check them out. Or if you've forgotten, they were special.
But it was like all the fidget stuff that they have now was not fidget. They were just fun toys.
Our toys are dangerous. There's that guy on social media, I think Charles, that does videos about all the stuff that we grew up with in the 90s.
Always drinking from the hose.
Drinking from the garden hose. Absolutely, that was a thing. You weren't allowed inside until the street lights came on.
Tell me that copper taste. You could taste it.
Yes.
When you were drinking the hose.
Yeah, it was a thing. Kind of a rite of passage.
And we wonder why all of us have high mineral deposits are so high.
I wonder if that had an effect on us drinking from the garden hose. We survived. We lived. We're good.
All right, here you go, Sean. Here's Sean's segment. Sean, why don't you read for us the definition of girl bossing? Okay. Productivity as a personality disorder.
Personality disorder is a personality trait. What are you talking about?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Girl bossing your trauma is turning suffering into hustle culture. It's saying, I'll just outwork my pain. It's trauma with a blazer and a latte, insisting you can manifest your way out of PTSD. I totally can do that, yes.
Examples. You're exhausted, but tell yourself, if I just do one more thing, people will finally love me. You use productivity as proof you deserve to exist.
Touch base. Stop. You can stop now.
You've turned your worth into a to-do list, and spoiler, it never gets done.
No, never. We have phrases that exemplify this, that for us are just not a big, we just say them, but they really exemplify this issue. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Bitch, I'm out.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That is, we say those in jest, but that is actually what we're doing. That's what we're living that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just keep going. You know, it's fine. I'll sleep later. It's fine. I've got coffee, caffeine, all these things. You know, it's fine. I'll just keep going. If I just fix this one more thing. I used to do that at work. That was a big thing for me at work all the time, because I was so desperate to be perfect at my job and do everything and know everything, and like I was always.
Here's the thing it's also in our talking point. Talking points that really just is like, you don't need to come at me like that, bitch.
Right.
Your inner critic doesn't rest. It's a capitalist CEO inside your brain. Even resting has to be optimized. Nap faster. Heal efficiently. If you're not journaling with 3 color-coded pens, why bother? I'm like, bitch, you don't need to come after me like that.
I mean, right?
You gotta keep going. You have to heal. Like, for me, that's a big thing for me. You're not healing fast enough. You're not doing the work. You're not doing the right amount of work. If you were doing the right amount of work, this wouldn't be bothering you right now. You wouldn't be having this problem right now. You wouldn't be feeling this way. If you were healed, if you had actually had the tools, you wouldn't be depressed right now. You wouldn't be doing anything. You have to try harder. That is where I have high functioning depression, folks.
you can work your way out of it. You can product your way out of it if you just do that. If you just finish that, if I could just finish my checklist. Nah, especially with ADD. Nah, that's never happened.
My big thing is what happens is that my inner critic doesn't allow me at this point to feel it doesn't allow me to process. It literally goes boop, like I was talking about in the past few weeks, and just what's been happening to me. It's just superficially, I am productive as fuck. I
Mhm.
am put together. I am strong. God, you are very resilient. God, you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know how you like but you're holding it together. Things must not be that bad because you're holding it together and you seem okay. But I'm not.
Mhm.
But it looks like I am, because that's whole hustle culture. You make
Yes.
everything looks good, but that doesn't mean it is good. That's girl bossing. Girl bossing is making sure everything looks good for Insta and hashtagging all of this shit and making things
Yes.
seem like they are better than what they actually are.
Well, and under the surface, you are screaming and churning and fighting and gasping, just trying to make everything look a certain way. Yeah, that's what girl bossing is. I don't say has become. I don't know if it was ever. It is what it is. That is what it is. And like you're right, the whole MLA, because that was a big part of the MLA stuff. Is look at
MLM?
how, or sorry, MLM. Yes, MLA is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
The MLM stuff, especially like I watched the Lululemon
Yeah.
documentary. That's what I think of. Like it's that constant hustle, and I've got everything together. That's not reality, though. You're just trying to make it look that way. You're not.
You're not in a good place because you're not taking on more.
That's the church right there, though. That's what I grew up in. The church was the we need this done, so you need to do it. You always said yes in the church. We need this built. We need this done. We need this decorated. We need this cooked. We need this. It's yes, yes, yes. And it became, as long as I had something for me, as long as I have something else to do, I felt good. Like if I got close to what I felt like that checklist was done, like I was like, something's wrong. I'm not doing something. Or if I did actually finish the list, it felt wrong. It felt like I should be doing something. Why am I just sitting here? Why am I watching? I could be doing something right now. Ugh. Yeah, that's
I don't know what that is. Multi-level marketing.
oh
It
yeah,
is very much a pyramid scheme. They're not supposed to call it pyramid schemes because
it is.
pyramid schemes are
It's illegal.
illegal.
Yes,
But if you
that's
don't
what
know what
MLM
that
is.
is, the definition is like one person is like, we'll say, okay, we'll do Lululemon. They sell
Mhm.
these like god awful, like they used to sell these leggings, these god awful
Yeah.
leggings, and they claim you're an independent business owner, but you're not. You never are. And
Yeah.
so one person, and you sell these products and they think that, oh, that's where you're making your money, but that's not. It's
Mhm.
where the more people you recruit. So one
Yes.
person recruits 3 people, hence pyramid. One person
Mhm.
recruits 3 people, and those 3 people recruit 3 people, and so it trickles down into a pyramid shape, and that's how
Yes.
you make your money.
Yes. The Yeah, it's a direct
Oh, I do know the pyramid scheme. Yeah, so it's
okay.
MLM
That's
multi. You're not legally allowed to call it a pyramid scheme. You have to call it multi-level marketing. So that's how they get around it.
yeah. But that was a big. There's a bunch of documentaries in the US about different MLMs that have gone. One being the Lululemon, the clothing, which was a clothing thing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So that's what it feels like. Is as soon as I feel like I'm done, or if I get to a point where I'm like I can't, I'm just exhausted. It's like, we got to do more. Learning to rest is difficult. Learning to rest has been part of my journey. Was like learning to rest and not feel guilty about resting. That was a hard part for me, is going, okay, I can sit here, I can do nothing, I can watch TV or I can game and not feel guilty about it. You looking at me funny? Why are you looking at me funny?
No, I'm not looking at you,
Okay.
funny. That is the face of guilt.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It is very difficult to get to that point.
I'm not at that point. I can tell you 100%. Honestly, that's what my therapist actually is harping me about with everything that's happened to me in the past. Fuck September. September can go fuck itself. This was not on my fucking bingo card. And you know what? August and September can go fuck themselves. But I don't do self-care. I don't. And even with everything, and if you weren't here last week, some major things have been happening in my life. They are getting better. It was like they are getting better. However, still not out of the woods yet. But with everything that's been happening, even my sister said, my sister who I love her and we have a good relationship, but we're not like close. But even my sister will go. My sister went and was actually talking to Searigs and it was stuff and was like, how are you doing? And he was like, especially at the beginning of all this, he was like, there's nothing to update you about. There's nothing you can do right now. He's like, no. I mean, I'm worried about your kid, but I'm more worried about you. I'm more worried about Anna. Anna will not take care of herself. Anna will not tell you what she needs. Anna will sacrifice everything and not take care of herself. And I mean, honestly, I think I've never felt more seen and loved by my sister than I did when he told me that, because I was like, she actually that was like the first time I actually felt like, oh my God, she knows me. And I was like, that made me feel really good. But at the same time, I was not in a place to process that. But
yeah.
I mean, Sean said it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of yourself. Like yesterday. He said it yesterday. He literally said it like 12 hours ago. Like,
here's I'm calling you out. Here's Anna. I need to do these things to take care of myself. Great, Anna. You should do these things. Do the things to take care. I'll do them later. Anna.
This is how the conversation went yesterday.
This is pretty Anna.
This is girl bossing 101 right here. Yeah. Girl bossing. This is Anna girl bossing. In the morning, literally in the morning, is like I was waiting for my tires to get done. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, so I was sitting there and I texted Sean. I was like, because I had looked at myself. And I had looked at myself in the mirror and I went, I look like a dump truck. I was like, I look terrible. I look like I've aged 20 years. I look awful. And he's like, you don't look awful, because he's very severe. He's like, you don't look awful. You look amazing. I was like, no, I look like a dumpster right now. I go, I don't want to look this way. I don't feel like myself. I look at the mirror and that is not me. It's just like the past 2 months, it's showing on my face. And I was like, is it really bad of me that I want to like get my hair done, get a facial, get my nails and feet done? Like, is it bad that I want to do those things because I want to feel like I'm me again? And he goes, no, you know what? Go do that. Go do it. You need to go do that today. You need to take care of yourself today. Go do that.
Yes. And what was your response?
I was like, oh, okay. Well, then 4 hours later, I literally put on, I didn't message him. And I went and got my car and I went and picked up my kids because it's my weekend with them. And so I picked up my kids.
And what did you do?
And
you went and took care of yourself, right? You went and did self-care?
No.
No,
What
no.
I
Okay.
did was I sent you a meme from the SpongeBob thing that said 3 hours later because it was
Yes.
literally 3 hours later. I
Mhm.
said, well, I have managed to clean out and rearrange my youngest hatchling's room, and I managed to start her laundry, and everything's good. And I started, safety proofing the house and all of these things. And this is the first time I've actually stopped and sat down for 3 hours.
Mhm. I need self care. I'm gonna go clean the house and do all this productive stuff.
And he
That's
says,
our Anna.
and I said, no self care for me today, just cleaning Hatchling's room. And he goes, Anna, dot, 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 please take some time for yourself. And I went, this is the first time I've sat down since getting home from getting the kids in the car. He goes,
Mhm.
I recommend staying that way for a while. I said, nope, have to go to the drugstore because I need to get some stuff for Chloe. He goes, yeah, that's an important trip to get up for.
But
And that would be me girl bossing. That would be my
that is
inner
it. That
critic
is
girl
yes.
bossing going, I don't feel like myself. I need these things. But
But
then
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
end,
do those things.
if I do those things and that's taking time away from doing the other things that need to get done.
So you're prioritizing the productive stuff over the self care.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How? What would Miko say about that?
Listen,
Yeah, how would Miko respond to that?
bitch, we don't need to bring her into this.
I mean,
You know what?
I'm
I
just
double dog dare you. I double dog dare you to clip this shit and send it to her.
oh, okay, all right. Hey, Miko, I can I get your opinion on this for just a second?
Well, and even then, like you said, hey, do you want to pirate tonight? Because
Yeah.
because I honestly, maybe it's because of my depression and because of all this stuff, Stairs and Black Jesus. Listen. So
Right? Yeah.
because I haven't gamed, and gaming is a very much self-care for me, and I enjoy
Mhm.
gaming with my friends. It's how I socialize and that because of the depression, and then like literally right overlapping and on the heels of me getting out of my depression is all this shit that's happened in the past 3 weeks. Then all of a sudden it's just like I'm tired. I just want to go to bed. I want a game. Like I literally will sit there and stare at my computer or I'll stare at my console that's in my bedroom and I go, I can game for a little bit. It's fine. But it's just like in my brain, I'm going, no, you need to get to sleep because if you get to sleep now and you don't stay up gaming, then you can get up early and you can do XYZ.
See that's the sleep isn't the problem. Like there there's a point where sleep is self-care. Like I need to get to sleep. I need my rest. But here's where the problem comes in. It wasn't let me get some sleep so I'll feel rested in the morning and then I can do the things I want to do in the morning. It's I'm going to sleep so I can what was that again? Be productive in the afternoon or the next day. Just going to throw that out there. Just gonna
Bitch, I don't need you calling me out on like that.
I get
Okay, here's the question. Do you
uh-huh.
think productivity ever actually silences the critic, or does it just keep it caffeinated?
I like to keep it caffeinated. Um, it doesn't silence. It helps you ignore. I think it helps you ignore that critic. It helps you ignore that voice. Um, by constantly staying productive.
For
You're
about five
not
minutes.
for yeah. But I suck at sleeping. I always go to bed at the same. Yeah. Um, it eventually will come back. It's always there. It's never to me. It's never really shutting up. It's just kind of I don't really hear it. But then, sure enough, as soon as it stop, nope, there it is again. What about you?
Oh, well, oh no, mine keeps mine caffeinated.
Yeah.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. See, you can be productive. No, you don't need to do that. Okay, you could spend 2 hours going to the nail salon, getting your nails and your feet done, and getting like the pedicure with the foot rub and all of that stuff, which you desperately need. Or you can spend those 2 hours doing laundry, vacuuming, maybe logging in, checking your emails for work, or checking your emails in general, making sure that you're looking at your budget, doing all those things. You're not spending enough time with your kids. You're not doing the things.
It is a very active part. That inner critic is very active. There's
I told you,
always
they're
yeah.
roommates. They're like besties. They're drinking buddies.
There's always that's the trap of the hustle culture of the productivity. There's always something else that needs to get done.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
there's
absolutely.
never when you get trapped in that cycle. There's never a point where it's like, okay, I'm done. I can do this. It's just constant going. But the other part of that trap is it's easy to go, okay, I've done all of this work. I've earned rest. That's a very common thing that I've had to deal with. I've earned my rest. And that's where Miko I have Miko's voice is in my head when that happens. It's like, no, you don't earn your rest. You take your rest. You do that is a part of what you do. Miko's voice in my head.
I have Miko's voice in my head too.
Hmm.
But I was actually thinking about this the other day. I have Miko's voice in my head too. But it's always when I put on the mask, like the perfectionist mask, when I
Yeah.
say, oh, I'm okay. It's fine. Really?
Is it?
Really?
Is it? Really?
Is it really?
Yes, I can hear. Yeah, I can hear. Is it really?
Is it really?
Really?
How's it going for you,
She kind of
Roots?
she kind of leans in a little bit.
Like, and I hear Miko in my head when I do that. When I can feel like when I literally go, somebody asks me how I'm doing and my life is falling apart, and I'm like, no, everything's fine. I'm good. I'll figure it out. It's good. We're going to just get it. Really? Really? All right, really,
Yeah.
Rooks?
Miko's living rent free up here sometimes.
You know
That is
what?
true.
You know what? I will take Miko. I will take Miko
Yes,
because she counteracts. Honestly, she counteracts the critics so much. Sometimes
she
she will
does.
bust in the door of the board meeting and be like, "Nah, bitches." And she does that more than my therapist does. So you know what, Miko?
Yeah,
Yep.
Miko's voice can. Yeah, it's Miko's
We
is
sh-
always a positive. It's always a thing what you should be doing.
we should clip this and send it to Miko.
We
Miko,
should.
we appreciate you being that voice in our head. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank
For
you for
anyone, for
that.
anyone, for anyone that doesn't know who Miko is, because not everybody here was around when we were.
That's
So,
true.
yeah. So, Miko is a friend of ours who we used to stream with. We used to have a podcast with and stuff. And Miko is a therapist, counselor,
Psychologist.
psychologist. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure exactly. So she is a psychologist, and she is a trip. She is an
She's
amazing
amazing.
person.
She's amazing. If she wasn't my friend, I would actually beg her to be my therapist. Like,
Right? Oh my, yeah,
so amazing. Like no
yes.
bullshit.
And
I feel like my therapist is very similar, but without the attitude.
and so we have some the crazy stuff that we talk about. She's right in there with us, if not more so. But every once in a while, she will slip on that hat, that
No, and
psychologist.
but the two pound never give her Riesling.
Yeah,
She will.
we have stories. We usually they involve Riesling.
It's because, well, see, at the time, Sean and I were very much about hiding all of our,
Yes.
like, we
Oh
were
yeah.
very much trying, both Sean and I were very, so every time she would call your shit out.
Oh my
And she would
god.
do it in a way that was like, you wouldn't know it was happening until you were crying in a bathtub.
You were. Yeah, pretty much.
Because both Sean and I ended up crying
Oh,
in a bathtub.
she's she's such a wonderful person.
She is. We love her. Oh my gosh, she's fucking amazing. So,
She
I
is.
mean, yes.
Yeah, but she would. We would. One of us would say something out there at one point, and she would do this thing where she would lean in. You're like, oh crap, here it comes. Like,
Because you're
oh,
like, shit.
oh, What did I? Oh God, what did I say? Oh Lord, here
She's
comes.
about no more. He's like she leaned in because you knew she was about to call your shit out.
She was, yeah, yeah.
She is not taking no shit from you, and she wasn't
Yeah.
gonna take. She wasn't gonna let you give yourself shit.
Yeah, that's usually what it was. It was whenever we were self-deprecating. You're right,
Yeah,
because she would. She's not. She doesn't psychoanalyze her friends. She does not want this person that's gonna be no. She but if we were self-deprecating, she'd be like, mm-hmm. Or it was self-deprecation or self-care. And the reason she's come up in this conversation so much is because she was huge into self-care.
yeah,
Big deal for her. That
yeah,
was a big boundary for her was
yeah.
self-care. Like for her, self-care Sundays. Sunday was her self-care. It didn't
Mm-hmm,
matter what else was going on. She was doing self-care on Sunday.
mm-hmm.
And that was a boundary for her. And so that's kind of why when we're talking about self-care, she comes up a lot because it was such a big deal. And so
Yeah,
that's we hear her voice whenever it comes to self-care. So whenever we were deep into the productivity or we were self-deprecation, that's when she would kind of lean into it. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna let you talk about yourself like that. I'm not
yeah.
gonna let you hurt yourself like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we love her for it.
we do love Miko.
So.
For anyone that didn't know.
Yeah. Okay. Last segment.
Okay.
The board
Oh,
meeting
God.
from hell. Picture your inner critic as a toxic management team. The gaslighter is a head of PR, gatekeeper is head of security, and girl boss is head of operations. Together, they run the world's worst company, your brain.
Yes.
Imagine presenting your life to this board and getting roasted. Oh, you thought you did well today. We've reviewed your numbers and decided you still suck.
Mine for like my work with my work, it's I did this cool thing. I did this really good thing today, but I took too long doing it. I spent too much time on it. It's not perfect. There's always a better way to do it, or like it's not good enough. Like, oh my God. That's such a struggle for work is that productivity and being good enough for my job. The imposter syndrome.
Mhm.
That doesn't go away. That's tough to go away to deal with is the imposter that
I
yeah.
don't know what you're talking
I don't
about.
know what
I
it's
would
crazy.
never do
Yeah,
that. I'd
yeah.
never do that.
Yeah, and the fact that we always contextualize it within the boardroom meeting, I think is funny because that's when I was learning IFS, internal family systems, that was the concept that I worked from was a board meeting, a big conference room.
Hmm.
Because
Oh yeah, mine too. Mine's that whole what's that part? What's the
hmm
part? Um, it's terrible. Mine is being a mom.
hmm
My biggest critic is like I'm not being good enough as a mom.
hmm
Like that whole gaslighting yourself and all of that, and it is also professionally. I do some things that just like I get really excited about, and then I'm like, somebody else could do better. It's not that good. Here's all the things that I could have done better, or maybe
hmm
it's not that good. It's functional. It's
yeah.
functional.
Yeah, we are such our own worst critic. That inner critic voice is worse than anything I think anyone else could say. It's like all that. There's always a way to make it better. There's always a way it could have been better. There's always a way that it's not good enough.
Hmm.
Um, I was joking. I was talking with my boss the other day. Every day at work, we have a rundown of what was accomplished. Uh, I go right after the highest person on my team. I'm the newest person on my team, and the most senior person on the team goes first. So he lists out all the big important accomplishments that he got done that day, and then I have to list out the little stuff that I did that day. I'm like, really? This is not helping my mental health right here. Having to list go after this guy, but you know it is what it is. I try to take pride in what I do and deal with that inner critic that is going, oh, you could do better. That's not quite good enough. There's more that you could do, especially at the end of the day. I'm like, so that
Hold
is
on.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Um, Sorry, I had to answer a text. Uh, no, like I would be fired every board meeting. Deemed not good enough and just too slow. Here's how it would go at my board meeting. I'm inner critic, I'm a PR person, security, operations, right? Hi, Anna. We just want you to know that we know that, you know, you are working very hard under very difficult circumstances. However, we see some major areas of improvement that could be done. So, you know, we're going to set up an action plan for you.
God. Oh.
And yes, this is going to go on your permanent record, and yes, it's going to traumatize you forever. But you know, here we're going to come up with a list of things that you need to work on.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Tell me your inner critic is trying to quietly fire you without quietly firing you. And this is where it gets really ugly and dark for me, and I'm going to turn it and make a dark turn. But your inner critic, that's in that turn, is like your inner critic is like, okay, here's your action plan. And you're trying to do, but just like any other company, the action plan is just not realistic, especially when they're like trying to quietly fire you. And it's just unrealistic expectations, and it's this toxic environment, and you're just like, but I need this job, and I need to keep going because I can't afford not to lose this job. So you are doing everything you can, that your inner critic, that this board, that this team is trying to set up for you. You're trying to work harder, you're trying to, you know, be better, you're trying to, you know, be good enough, and you're never feeling like you are meeting these unrealistic expectations and these unrealistic goals that your inner critic has set up for you. And it's like, just like with and I mean, gonna go along with this comparison, just like when a boss is trying to quietly fire you, so they don't fire you, so they're doing all of these things so you quit.
Yes.
So they don't have to pay you severance.
Yes.
So your inner critic is giving you these impossible expectations, these possible tasks, and you're working, and you're trying to be productive, and you're trying to do all these things, and then all of a sudden you get to that point where you want to quit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of where you get in like your depression, like with my depression, and you get those when you start getting those ideations. Mm-hmm. Where I can't do it. Yeah. I am working so hard. I am working, and I'm trying, and I am doing all the things. I am doing all the therapy things, and I am doing all the mental health things, and nothing is working. Why do I feel like nothing is working? Mm-hmm. So you know what? Nothing is working, so I'm just going to give up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Why put in so much effort? Why try so hard when it's just not going to work? When it's not going to get better, it's just going to get worse.
And when you start going down that slope, it's like, yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. You're good enough. No, I'm not. Because then that PR person is in your head.
At that point, we've given them a platform. They're standing up on the table in the conference room demanding.
They're that toxic, those toxic bosses, upper management that have all of this power. Yeah. That you didn't realize over time that you had given them.
Yes, that's very true.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're important. No, I'm not.
Yeah. You're like, no, you're not. You think you're not. It's
like dark. That self-care. It's a self-care. Why bother?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is very hard to fight. You're right, Asta. Absolutely. It's because they get loud. That voice becomes so loud and so strong. I think we've probably all been in a room where there's that one person who just talks over everyone. That's what that voice is. They just talk over everything. And
Mm-hmm.
like even when I'm trying to tell myself I am good enough, when I'm trying to have positive talk to myself, that voice is so loud and so strong, and like it just drowns everything out. Like, oh my god, it's hard. Absolutely.
Um, it
It doesn't
doesn't
talk
talk.
at
It's
streams. Yes. Oh yeah.
um,
Hmm.
yeah, and I've been there. Um, and it knows no age limit,
Mm-mm.
and I can tell you, like, I mean, my youngest, my youngest was talking about that. The voices get so loud,
Yeah.
and it's so loud, and you just there's nothing that anybody can break through. Even though, like, especially when you're in therapy, or you're healing and you're doing the thing, and my therapist is often, she uses the filing cabinet. Even when you're throwing out the old memory, putting new ones in, so you're reprogramming yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you come to that table, that board meeting, that meeting of self-improvement with freaking all of the evidence, all of the documentation, how everything that these people are saying isn't true, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's trying to logic our way out of it by presenting all the evidence, and you're like, no, that voice just doesn't care, just throws it right out.
Very dismissive.
Yeah.
Um, the dark humor. The truth is, your inner critic thinks it's keeping you safe, but really it's just running you into the ground. And like any bad company, you're allowed to quit. Except you can't quit your brain. Best you can do is unionize your self-compassion and go on strike.
There you go.
It's like, yeah, you know, like, I don't have to show up to the meeting. I'm gonna fucking go to HR. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I don't have to sit in this boardroom when you're screaming at me. I'm
Right.
gonna yeah.
It's that whole, like, it's that whole, you're on the phone, somebody's like cursing at you. You're like, okay, I'm sorry. You know what? No, I am not going to let you yell at me, and I'm not going to let you talk to me that way. You can talk to me just because you're not getting your way. But that's not easy. And I know that it's just like, oh, yeah, just walk away, or, oh, just go. But I get it. You know? Um, yeah, it's
That's
great.
that's what I've had learned to do in therapy. Though it's not easy, is talking. That's what talking, hearing those voices, no, putting some personification to that, and actually speaking back to that. I do not have to be here while you're screaming. I do not have to listen to this. I do not have to and actually talking to those voices. And though it's difficult, and it won't go perfectly at first, um those voices gained power over time.
Yeah,
We gave them more and more power throughout our lives. They didn't just suddenly show up and have that power.
yeah,
So we have to take the power back. Similar to how they did it. They did it by us constantly. We have to start clawing that back and going, no, this is the voice. And though it'll feel like it's not doing anything, you have to continue to do it and
right.
work through it and talk back to those voices and call them out. Call them out when they're doing it. Don't just let them scream. Call them out on it. No.
Yeah, it's like in that whole employment where you're like, I'm not going to document this because I'm not going to say anything because it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
But
And
it
that's
does
how we
matter.
give them power. It does.
It
Exactly.
does. It does matter. It's not going to matter. Why am I going to say anything? Because it's not going to matter.
Hmm.
But it does. Asta, yeah, my cat does too. Your animals know.
Oh
You
yeah.
actually, it's there's a physiological reaction that your body gives off these pheromones, and your animals know. Because your heart
Yeah.
rate changes, the chemistry in your body changes, so your pheromones change, and they know.
And they do what they think to do. They do what they know to do to try to make you feel better or to be
Yeah.
closer. They tend to get clingy. They tend to get a lot closer to you when they know, because that's what they would do when one of their family, when one of their
Pack
siblings
or
or pack or whatever.
litters. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're their pack. So they're gonna do it. They do it to you too.
Oh yeah. Mouse is like
Yeah, mouse gets stuck right there.
mouse. No, and she'll trip me up.
She'll be like,
Eyes on me, and she'll yell, like she'll howl. If she can't see me, she'll howl until she puts eyes on me. I'm like, I'm literally standing behind you.
She's looking out
dumbass. I would literally go, I'm standing behind you, dumbass, and she'll turn around and she'll be like, oh.
Oh, okay. All right, I see you now.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Who do you think girl bossed their way through this episode better, you or me?
It's all, yeah, definitely you. There you go. Absolutely. You girl bossed your way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. LinkedIn profile. That's a funny one. Who do you think has the nastier inner critic voice? No.
Ooh, who do you think has the nastier inner critic voice? That's a toss-up.
That is a toss-up. Both, yeah, mine can be pretty nasty. I think they're both very nasty, just in different ways or in different areas. Me, Asta and Nev are throwing their hat in the ring. They're like, there's worse. That's a tough one. The inner critic voice is pretty nasty. I think it's a tie. You know what? I think it's
yeah.
We're just gonna have to call it a tie.
We are.
Yeah. Critic. Yeah, we got some pretty nasty critic inner critic inner.
Yeah.
Nah, it's fine.
Fine.
It's cool.
It's
We're
fine.
good. Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's not nearly as bad. It is not as bad. You know what? Maybe we're not nearly as bad off as we think we are. I think we're okay. I think we're doing okay.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. We're fine.
But did you die? You didn't die.
Exactly. Did you die?
You're
fine.
Not
yet.
You're fine. You're fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because people have it worse than you.
Don't.
No. Mine wins. Mine wins.
Oh yes, yeah. You. Someone has it worse than you. Oh
Stop complaining. You don't need a bitch.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad because somebody will always have it worse than you.
At least you don't have this. At least you don't have that to deal with. At least you're.
At least you have this. At least you.
You can't complain because you have no reason to complain.
Oh look, our inner critics decided to show up for the end of the podcast.
They did. Thanks, inner critics. Appreciate it.
Our inner critics are like, "Hey, bitch, hold my beer." Here, it's like, oh, you talking about us? Yeah, give us a second. We'll do a call in. Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't realize we opened this up for call-ins to our inner critic.
Apparently not. Apparently we did. Our inner critics just all of a sudden go, "Oh, you're talking about us? What? What's happening?"
And one more thing.
Insert starving kid in Africa.
Yep. Yes. We're not even talking about the whole food issues that we learned growing up.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah. We did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, we did.
Oh, we're doing great.
We're fantastic.
We're doing great. How are you doing? I'm doing great. It's fine.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fair to Midland.
Oh, that one. That's the one. It's like everybody's like, so how are you doing? You know what? Everything's okay. Everything's everything's fine.
We've developed a whole series of,
and it always depends on where you are.
Yeah.
I'm actually like feeling that. I feel just that last like 3 minutes. Now I'm feeling it in my body.
Right. right. All right, critic, you can go away now.
Both of us have triggered ourselves.
We were so close to being done.
We were like ending it. We were just thinking we were being funny. Nope, we just literally self-triggered ourselves.
Awesome inner critics. Good. Oh,
yeah. Okay, and with that,
I think this is a good time to wrap up before our inner critic gets on a roll. I try to catch myself when I talk about others. How it works. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's it, and that can be a huge problem. The whole I'm not allowed to feel this way because somebody else does this. I'm not allowed to be upset about this because I can't complain about this because somebody else. And that's where the two things comes in. Yes, somebody else can be dealing with something else, but that doesn't minimize what I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah.
My feelings are valid because I'm feeling them right now. And so they can both be true.
Achievement unlocked, self-triggered buzzer beater.
Yeah, right at the last minute. That's awesome. Woohoo! Oh.
All right, so okay, Sean is building shit tonight.
Yes, yeah, for tonight. Lego.
This is how triggered we are. We're like, okay, can we get off? How do we log out? We're good. We're good.
Yeah, the producer's signaling for us to wrap it up. Let's go. Oh, that's the wrap up signal. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, that's it. All right, so this week, let's talk about what's happening this week. So tonight is Let's Build with Pep.
Oh, I'm proud of you, Asta.
So tonight we are 6:30 Eastern on my channel. Let's see if I can get some get a link out here. That's the Discord channel right there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me see if I can get this right. There we go. All right, so on my channel, Dorian Summer channel, we're gonna Let's Build with Pep at 6:30 Eastern. I have a new build tonight. I think I know what I'm building, but you'll have to show up to find out what it is.
Which means he has no clue.
I do. I have two builds. I have two possible builds because it is not October yet. So the new stuff that I really want to get hasn't released yet, and no one's gifted me Arkham Asylum, so I can't build that one yet. And I'm trying to avoid the situation where I have Legos, but I don't have a home. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's tonight at 6:30 Eastern on my channel. And then on Tuesday is 3 Bards and a Dragon, where we roll a D20 and let it ruin our lives or run our lives.
Somebody give Pep Legos. He needs Legos.
I need more Legos. But not the Death Star. Nah, I'm gonna put the
Ooh, but the Enterprise is coming out.
I know the Enterprise is coming out.
Somebody give me and Sean the Enterprise so we can do it together, please.
Oh my, that would be amazing. Oh my God, how fun would that be? The Christmas, yes, the Enterprise. I am so excited about that. That's part of why I haven't bought anything else yet. Is because I'm like, I know that's gonna be a pricey one, but I think a double build. I think a dual build would be fantastic.
That would be great.
Oh my God, who built it better? You don't have to tell them now. You ruin the suspense.
Enterprise Trader Pep.
Not a traitor. My fandom spans all of space, sort of. I'm not no traitor. So Enterprise is supposed to be coming out. But October is when the Christmas stuff comes out, and so I'm gonna be getting some of the Christmas stuff. Anyway, so Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern is 3 Bards and a Dragon, and that is on the Team AOA channel. So we roll a D20 and let it ruin our lives. We'll see what happens this week. It's been the Pep DM show for the last couple weeks, which has been fun. So it really, it's been sort of fun.
It has been fun.
It has been. It has been quite the experience. And so that's it. So again, that's at 8:30 Eastern on the Team AOA channel. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, our good buddy Nev, who is in the chat, Zarknor, he is gaming. He is a fantastic gamer. So much fun to watch. So he is gaming Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 8:30 Eastern on his channel. Zarknor, his name's right there in the chat. And then that brings us back to Sunday. And there it is. And of course, if you follow us, sometimes we go live at random times. Sometimes we'll game and go live, or just talk and go live. So make sure you're following us so that you.
I honestly have been thinking about this. I am tired of not streaming and not gaming, and so I really want to get back to streaming at least more, like individually. So also. We're gonna start pitching this now while I guess but we are going to have our annual Veterans Day stream. For those of you who are new here, and we would really appreciate it, even if you are not from the United States, to come help us out. We are planning our annual Veterans Day stream, and it's a good time, and we get an organization. I think we're going to do the same organization that we did last year, but we still need to talk to them. But yes, it is our Veterans Day stream where we support mental health and our vets, because that's important. And
Absolutely.
yes, and so that is where we support their mental health and Veterans Day, because a lot of times, whatever country you're in, I mean, supporting those who defend your whatever country you're in is important, and it's a service.
Absolutely.
It is absolutely a service.
Oh, thanks, Jay.
Yeah, they need it really bad. They do. And I have several people in my life who have served. And Papa, I actually count, I think I am the first generation of people in both sides of my family who haven't served in the military at some point. But any country you're in, it's a call of service. And that is something, and they see some shit. And they're not allowed to talk about some things, and they're not allowed to, and it's hard. And it's been in something we've been doing since 2021, almost 5 years now, and it's a big cost. So November,
11th, right?
Well, it's normally the 11th, but I think that we were talking about it, and we're going to do it the Saturday before, which would be the 8th.
Okay, cool.
So that way everybody can be there with their respective jobs, and nobody's having to take off, and we'll have more viewerships that way on a weekend. So November 8th-ish that weekend. So we are doing that.
We'll figure out the logistics and let you guys know as soon as we have it. But I'm really excited about it. It's always we've been doing it for the last several years, and it's a fantastic opportunity to support our church, support our veterans. I mean,
yes. Sean, maybe we can build on stream. I'll build with you.
Oh, that would be so much fun to have to do a little Lego building during it.
Little build. We'll get one of those smaller boxes.
I'll find a mock for us to do.
We can do one of the cars. If we do the same thing, we could get one of those little smaller car ones.
Yeah,
not the big fancy ones, but like the smaller ones.
Yeah, the speed champions. Yeah, let's do it. We'll figure that out. Awesome. Okay. That'd be fun.
Yes.
A build off, exactly, Jay.
Yes. All right. Anyway, we got to go. I have 2 hatchlings who I really need to spend some time with. So we love you guys. Please tune in for Pep tonight, and our buddy Nev Zarknor tonight. He's gaming tonight because it's Sunday, and we love you guys, and we'll see you later. And look for a notification, because I'm thinking I might start streaming.
Make sure you're following us.
Yes. So
smash that follow button.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Did you really just high five over me?
No, we didn't.
And we're live.
Hey.
Hello.
You don't even do that well from the front seat.
Okay.
And the bear's coming with the carpet spoon.
That's a straight up PBR for the table.
Yeah.